that's a tremendous looking trophy.
Welcome to the number one PlayStation podcast in the Oceanias. Today, joined by your host, Dylan Blight. Also, Ashley Hobley.
Yes, I'm not the host.
I
just want to point that out.
Person that's here. They're all hosts in the credits. Everyone's credited as a host. There's not like host Dylan and then other people.
Well, why would you say you're the host if everybody's the host? Why would you point it out?
I don't know. It's just what you say when you open. Shut the fuck up. Also, here's Kieran.
Oh, hi, I'm a much better host.
Then Ash.
No, than you.
Than me.
We've been
Probably
through
accurate
this.
on both points.
Yeah, we've been through this like a lot. Yeah.
Have you watched Early Late Nights though?
Well, that's me hosting and being Dylan at the same time. Like, it's hard. Apparently, Dylan.
What's that? What's it mean to be me? Like, I don't even understand.
Trying to make shit work.
Oh. It's just a
While
description
being
of my life.
entertaining.
Yeah, so making shit work doesn't fall under the category of being Kieran, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Very
Well,
much
no, that's
not
why
so.
there's a freaking capable Kieran in the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like my shadow. I'm pretty much Peter Pan. Just gotta catch it.
Okay. Maybe. So for today's episode, we are not going to be doing any of the usual coverage of any sorts of news stories or conversations or trophies or anything like that. It is solely E3 discussion time. And you may be like, Dylan, seems a bit early. To which I say, no. I felt like if we get out a full month ahead,
Make it more
then there's
challenging.
less chance. Yeah, it's a bit more challenging than like, oh, there was a rumor of this and we're using that. Like when the rumors start to come out and we're getting swayed to make predictions more on the rumors or leaks or any sort of information that's coming out. This is a bit more, get out ahead of the gate. Let's see what we can work with.
We're starting the rumors, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting on that
Starting
train.
the rumors.
But just audience members realize that any rumors that Ashley Hobley begins, they won't be announced during E3. They'll be announced either just before or just after.
Yeah, during a musical performance just before.
If you've
Or
listened
like
to
6
any
months
of our,
later at Paris Games Week.
if you've listened to any of our prediction episodes before, specifically just for the best example, our E3 one from last year, we're some of the best in Australia predictions.
And then I'm
some
the
would
best
say.
of the best.
Of us.
The best of the
That's-
best. If we're the best,
No,
then
you're
I'm
just
the best
accurate,
of the
that's
best.
all.
You're just accurate. So yeah, this year I decided to up the numbers a little bit also. So how it's going to go down is we are doing 5 PlayStation specific predictions each. So what that means is it either has to be about a PlayStation game, or if you're going to make a prediction for like a third party game, it has to be like that's going to come out on stage at the Sony conference. And then we're going to do 3 non-Sony predictions each also. So we're going to go through taking turns with the Sony ones first, and then move on to the third party, or like the Ubisoft, EA, Xbox, Nintendo, however you want to go about it. And then friend of the show, Jane Pryor, will undoubtedly tell us how shit we are.
Tabulate the results.
Yeah, in a bit over a month, whenever E3 is like the first week of June, I think. Not 100% sure. So yeah, about a month from now, when these results turn out to all be fucking horrible. But I've tried to actually do better this year. I have tried to do better.
Yeah, we're
Spoilers.
professional this year. We've got a year
Spoilers.
under our belt.
I'm not
Are you
saying
not going to
anything
talk about the Vita?
fucking Vita.
You're not saying anything
No.
about the Vita?
No, I'm trying to do better.
I think that was
this
one of
year,
the points that got me that got me the win. With I was just like, the Vita's dead. They're not going to talk about it.
No. You said he was
Yeah.
going to show up on stage and talk about the Vita.
That was your
You forgot it
Prediction.
was not PSX.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, now I remember. Wait, I was that stupid and I still won?
Yeah.
Fuck, you guys are idiots.
was very fresh to the video game. What enthusiast press scene? I don't know, the media people.
Whatever.
Now we're pros.
Honestly, audience, if you stuck with us over 12 months and you were here for the last E3 one, good on you. Put up the hard yards. You've put in the work. You've moved through the snow. You've stumbled through the storms. Good on you.
It is kind of moments like this where I'm like, oh, we're doing something we did last year. Then I'm like, oh, we've been around for a year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a long time.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a long time. All right, let's get into it. E3 predictions. I'm going to go left to right on my screen, just so I can easily keep track of who I'm doing. It's also happens to be alphabetical.
Well, that's how
Just
that's
how it
how
works.
the software
That's how it
that
works.
we use
So
works.
that's the software that works. I just well, it doesn't always, because I'm all like your picture on the screen is always the very right.
Well, it depends if Nick's also using the Explosion Network account and just all sorts of crap.
Starting with you, Ashley.
Yep.
What is your first PlayStation conference prediction?
We are going to get a 10-minute gameplay trailer of Ghost of Tsushima from Sucker Punch. First time we see gameplay of the game.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Of Ghost of
10 minutes
Tsushima.
is a lot.
Gameplay.
Yeah,
That is a long
that's about
time.
how I think that's about how long the Days Gone and the God of War ones have been the last couple of years. So
Yeah, but
sizable
we'd
chunk.
heard about Days Gone. Like, we'd heard and seen gameplay of Days Gone before
No,
that
like-
big one.
no, when they first revealed, they first
Nah.
do. Yeah,
Nah, that wasn't 10
No, when-
minutes. When it
felt
was, like, in
10
that
minutes.
barnyard with all, like, the...
Yeah,
Within the barn house. And, like, no, that wasn't 10 minutes.
When
No
is
way.
this shown? This is like...
This was, like, 2 years ago.
No. I mean, like, when do you think Ghost of Tsushima is being shown?
it's either
Will
going
it
to
show it,
open or
do you think-
close. Yeah, one or the other.
Do you think this will open or close?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not part of the prediction, but just
just
cause. All right, just checking. That's an interesting one to start off with. Sure.
I'll at least get half a point.
Yeah,
It's definitely
going
gonna
to
get
on
gameplay.
that. He's like, I'll definitely get at least half a point. They showed Ghost of Tsushima. They did not show 10 minutes gameplay. 0.5 a point. Maybe.
Yep.
We'll see.
Jaden,
Referee.
Jaden.
Kieran, what is your first prediction?
First thing that I wrote down, top of my PlayStation list, we get another complete nonsense freaking video for Death Stranding. Get a complete another... And maybe
you
even
really
including
think we do?
gameplay this time. We might get gameplay this time. It still won't have a date. Still don't have anything we can really latch on to. It's just going to be another Kojima mindfuck.
Yeah.
I don't reckon we'll see anything.
No,
Actually.
there's no way. You know what? I will be pleased and impressed if they don't show anything. Like, I will be
I don't
happy
think they
if
show
they
anything.
don't do it. But I keep asking them not to do it, and they'll do it. So this time, I'm going to ask them to do it for my points, and I'll be pleased if they don't do it.
To be
Reverse
fair,
psychology.
they've only done 3 trailers.
Yeah, but it's still a lot. I don't know. And they've done 3 trailers when it's been announced in, 18 months ago?
Yeah, one every 6 months. It's not too bad.
Checks out.
It's not unreasonable.
Feels like a
Checks
lot,
out.
though.
He's right.
Yeah. I had that on my
sure.
list as well. I said, but I think Troy Baker's character is going to show up as Troy Baker.
Troy Baker's character is going to show up as Troy Baker. I'm happy to say that I did not have anything to do with. None of mine have been taken yet, and I wrote down 8 things just to be sure. So that's boding well. I feel after round 1. My first one is FromSoft reveals their teaser game from Game Awards to be a Bloodborne sequel or spiritual successor of some sort.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That teaser was infuriating. So let's hope there's more this time.
I completely forgot about that. I hope it's like a different thing. Like
What?
really short, but like focusing on a different. What was it last time? It was
it was nothing. It was absolutely nothing. It was.
I can remember
it was-
like a
no, it was
meat
like some
cleaver,
sort of
maybe?
weapon or something, or
Like a meat cleaver or something like
yeah,
that.
something like that.
Yeah, but like they didn't even give like a logo for the game or announce what it was. You know, like they didn't even say this is Bloodborne 2 or this is a new IP or something. It's just like here's a thing.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, they should do that again. It'd be hilarious.
No, fuck off. They definitely should not do that again. I'll be angry. I will be so angry. But I'm gonna presume it's Sony putting money into that to get Bloodborne 2, just because of how popular a franchise that is on PlayStation.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't surprise me. And if it's not just called Bloodborne 2, then it's like in the same universe, but it's, called something else, I suppose. But either way, Bloodborne-ish.
Born
That's the
blood.
title of the game, Bloodborne-ish.
Born blood. Bloodborne-ish.
More blood.
More blood.
Ash, what is your second one?
Second prediction: Days Gone story trailer. They announce it's going to be early 2019. So similar to what God of War did this last year.
Yeah, I had basically the same down. I had Days Gone release date for early 2019 in the God of War / Horizon spot.
Yep.
Yeah. Because I feel like that's where that game just kind of fits in nicely.
Yeah.
Into
Yeah.
that spot.
I think
It's a part when not a bunch comes out.
And they're
not the
finding a
last
lot
couple
of success in that spot. Like, I think
Yeah.
for me, if they give that game that spot, Sony has a lot of faith in it, and it's it's got a lot to live up to with how God of War and
Horizon
Horizon have gone
and
now.
Uncharted
Yeah,
and Until Dawn, I guess technically.
I don't feel like there's anything to be worried about. I haven't seen anything from that game that
I
has
don't
me
be worried about, but it just means that it's a good thing.
Yeah. So I think that's a pretty good lock prediction, that one.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if it doesn't show up at all and at least doesn't get a release date.
Yeah.
I feel like it's time of all the games.
I mean, they could shock us and it could be this year, but I very much doubt that it's going to be this
no.
year.
I feel like they can, like, that slot's game for this year's come out, God of War. So now it's every E3 from now on, they just keep locking in a game for that slot.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
something else,
Makes
something
sense.
else, I guess. Kieran, what's
All
your
right.
number 2?
Time to steal some of Dylan's thunder before he gets there. We're gonna see old mate Sir Daniel Fortescue in a medieval gameplay trailer.
Yeah, I had medieval gameplay and date releasing in 2018.
I was like, yeah.
You think it's out this year?
Yeah, I think if they're gonna do any cool, like, it's out in like a month or soon,
It'll be
then
out.
Now.
I don't think they could do that. They still need to market it, but I feel like if they could do any like 3-month marketing cycle for a game, what are you gonna do it with? Do it with this. Why not?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Get out.
Lock it in.
The marketing's also kind of harder now with Spyro kind of being competition as this like PS1 like mascotty type thing that's
Yes.
coming out in
And-
September.
Yep. Definitely.
So they could put this out. If they put this out anywhere near Spyro, I think it bombs. So it's like you could put it out. They could do like August or some random weird shit. Would do too bad. I don't feel like if they put it out anywhere after September or September, I just think it does bad.
I think also the price point super matters for it. They need to.
It'll be like Crash,
it needs
$60.
to be
I guess.
Crash.
It'd have to be lower than that. It's only one game.
Well, it depends how much effort's gone into it.
That's true.
Depends if it's like if it's really like they put so much detail into it, blah 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 blah. Then I think you can still charge $60 for it. My opinion, my final opinion on that, it stands until I play it, of course. But I
Yeah.
suppose if you can't like set the bar at $60 remakes all have to have 3 games because they remade
that's not
Ratchet and
fair.
Clank, and that was one game. There was a remake of a PS2 game, sure, but it
Well-
was still just one game.
That was completely different though. They've remade it.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Changed
Like,
the
so
story and everything. Yeah.
yeah, so but they could meet somewhere between the
Yeah, no, I
Spyro and
understand where
Crash
you're coming from.
remakes and the Ratchet and Clank remake of Medieval, and then maybe it's still worth the $60, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, my number 2 is Last of Us 2 gameplay ends the show.
Yeah, that's kind of a lock-in, isn't it?
I don't
just
know.
I feel-
You've just like signed yourself some points, I reckon.
I feel like if we're definitely kind of all banking and agreeing that this game has to come out, well, it doesn't has to, but like if you're going to think it's coming out 2019,
Yeah.
then ending the show just makes sense to me.
I desperately want that game not to I want it so bad to just come out next year. I don't want it to, turn into The Last Guardian or something ridiculous with some ridiculous.
No, that's not going to
No.
happen with Naughty Dog.
No, not The Last Guardian, but just like it just keeps like every year there's never a release date. It's just we're coming.
No.
I don't want to.
Well, they put out the release. I think it's like Last of Us 1 ended the show, and then the year after it was out. So
yeah.
that would make sense to me for them just to mimic and do the same thing. And that was like a 10, 15 minutes gameplay. They showed off like going into the building, like Ellie throwing rocks at
Yeah.
people, how that whole AI system worked and how pretty the game looked and stuff. So I can see that happening. I hope
Okay.
it is. If the game's coming out in 2020, then it doesn't. But if it's coming out next year, then it does. And I'm guessing it comes out 2019. And we don't get a month or a date. It's just like ends 2019. Appears on the screen, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say gameplay
right.
trailer? So it's going to be Ellie and Joel in the trailer?
I'm not going to fuck myself by predicting who's
No,
in the
like
trailer.
not, not official predictions.
Joel,
but-
Joel's dead. Joel's dead, guys.
I think if I was to try and guess, it's really hard to guess what they'll show, but I'd presume it'd be the new characters.
I'd like it to be
something.
Ellie. I don't know. I'd like it to be an Ellie or something where the new characters intersect with Ellie somehow. I don't. Yeah.
I like the idea of this game having you playing as a bunch of different, like the new characters, and then also playing as Ellie, and it like kind of switching back and forth narrative wise.
Okay. Fair enough.
Like
Yeah, that'd be
that's
cool.
just my theory based on what we saw last year plus what we know of the game, I guess.
Yeah.
What is your number 3, Ash?
They're going to announce God of War DLC.
Okay, I have
So-
an automatic argument against you for this one.
Yeah.
Corey Barlog has already said in interviews there's no plans for DLC with this game.
Then I already thought he had. I thought I
No,
read another
it-
article where he said he did. Oh, okay.
This is from the IGN
No,
one. I
I'm
think, or
getting
something.
confused with. He said there was 5 potential sequels to this game.
He said he had ideas for 5 games.
Yep.
And then when asked about DLC, he said there's currently no plans for DLC for this game.
No current plans until E3 arrives, and he says,
Sure.
I've got
Yeah?
DLC ideas. Yeah.
Well, we'll find out.
Yep.
I'm voting a no based on the information I've been given.
Okay. What does
Kieran.
Corey Barlog know, really?
Yeah, what does he fucking know?
He knows how to make a bloody good game. That's what.
Yeah, for 4 hours. What's your number 3?
Sheed. I think it's actually up to 7 now. I played some on the weekend. Thank you very much.
Oh, nice work.
You. Fuck you.
What's your third pick?
My third pick, I think in the Sony conference, Cyberpunk is going to show up with CG Project Ray. I think they're
What'd you
not
just
going
say?
to.
Nope. CG Project Red is going to show up with Cyberpunk.
No, what's their new thing then? What's that game? That's Cyberpunk, isn't it? 2077.
Yes, but you said Cyberpunk is going to show up with CG Project Red.
Oh, okay. The other way around. That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
No, what did you mean?
I meant that CG Project Red is going to show up with Cyberpunk 2077. I hate you both. Why did I make the time
It's,
here on this podcast?
It's CD Project Red.
I said CD Project
You
Red.
said CG Project.
No, I didn't. I said CD. I focused too much on the second part.
You
of the
literally did a Dylan.
game. No, I did not. I said CD. You can cut this out and prove the world right. Prove me right, I mean. Because the world's agreeing with. Shut up. There's going to be a game.
Cyberpunk 2077
That's-
by CD
Project
Project Red.
It's going to appear in Sony's conference because I don't see it appearing anywhere else. And it's going to be there. And just give me my points already.
I'll save my thoughts on this because I have a prediction that's not Sony related for CD Project Red.
Ooh.
Okay.
Jesus.
Well, I've tied mine to Sony. It's going to show up there with some gameplay trailer and maybe a launch window. Yeah, fuck it. It's going to have a launch window. It's going to say, I'm not going to say which window. It's just going to have a launch window.
Okay, so summer, winter, something like that.
Something like that, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
just clarifying for
Yeah,
those
for Jade.
keeping track of the points.
Okay.
Hit me up if you
Ash.
need any clarification.
Ash, what is your number
Is it
4?
your turn?
Oh,
yeah,
wait,
I just
I'm
went
doing number 4.
alphabetical, my dude.
Yeah. I got so distracted by the CG. Project Red.
CG Project Red.
See, now he said it. You can edit it so he did say CG.
Blue Point Games comes out and announces that they've done a Demon Souls remake.
No, we've gone through this. They're releasing their game about Bluey the ballpoint pen.
I fucking hate
Oh,
you. Please
God.
stop.
Epic adventure to the fountain pen of life.
They come out, they announce that they've done a Demon Souls remake. Kind of just the servers just went offline. It's a beloved game. It's before Dark Souls. It's before Bloodborne. So a lot of people didn't get to play it because the franchise didn't pick up in popularity until afterwards. Makes sense. Blue Point Games already said that their next project, as we discussed in one fucking episode, that it was bigger in scope than their last project. So there's not many properties for that, considering their last project was Shadow of the Colossus, but Demon Souls could fit that.
Yep.
Yeah,
That.
all Bluey.
Yeah, I think Blue Point will release a game. Or show a game.
Called Bluey the ballpoint
Definitely.
pen.
Bonus prediction, it's definitely not going to be Bluey.
Yeah, that's my prediction. Blue Point Games announce a game that's not Bluey.
I am
Point.
preparing the best prank of my life, everybody.
It's easiest point ever.
That doesn't
All right,
count as
Ash.
a point.
Like now he gets all defensive. He's like, it's not a joke no more, guys. It's not a bit now that there's points involved. Ash, what is your number 4?
Dreams gets a release date finally. And they announced that it's VR compatible.
I think they already said it was going to have a VR mode of some sort in an interview with someone.
Well, then they'll just confirm it, won't they?
Sure. I'd be happy for this game to hurry up and get a release date. I'm excited to play people's stuff that they've made in that game, but never actually make stuff in that game. So sure, give me a date.
So like
finally.
Little Big Planet.
Yes,
You'll play what other people
which I
make.
never made anything in.
Yeah.
I made a level to get a trophy, and then all I did was I never even finished the campaign. I just played other people's levels
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
because they were better than the levels in the game.
Yeah, that was
I assume they'd be
crap
like
I
Mario
didn't
Maker, same sort of thing.
Yep.
Yeah, but Dreams is like intense. Like you can, apparently it's like really hardcore. You know,
can
like you
do
upload audio
everything.
files, whatever, like track your movement for animations using the camera, all
Make
sorts of
music
cool
and-
things you can do. Make music in it, like legit full on music.
We
editor.
should record a podcast in Dreams.
That's not a
That-
bad
do
idea.
That
That's a
requires,
cool idea.
That requires like a lot of effort, though.
Yeah, but that's a cool idea.
Or maybe we
that
record
works.
it and then we make avatars of ourselves so it looks like the videos. We just have to, yeah.
I like it. I think that's a good prediction.
Yeah.
Kieran, what's your number 4?
My number 4, Square Enix comes out and is like, hey, remember that Final Fantasy VII remake thing? Here's another random trailer. It's coming still, guys. And then they put it out there. And then we don't hear about it again for another 12 months.
I don't think they talk about Final Fantasy VII at all because Kingdom Hearts is coming out and they don't want to detract from it one iota.
Shut up, Dylan, with your logic.
Well, they showed Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy VII in the same showcase.
I think that's a bit different
Yeah, but-
because Kingdom Hearts is actually releasing
Is
a
it
couple
though?
months after.
Is it
Yes,
though?
I don't
Is
think.
it,
I think
though?
it does.
I think
it does,
Dylan's
yes.
trying to make me self-conscious about my awesome prediction.
No, I think after they did Final Fantasy, like 15, they moved the date by a month, and even then people lost their shit. So, I think once they've put in October or whenever like release window, so I don't think they want to get people like not caring about Kingdom Hearts and more caring about the Final Fantasy VII remake. So I don't think we see anything from it, but maybe you never know.
You never know. It's Square Enix. They do wacky stuff. Wacky
They do.
Square Enix.
My number 4 is some sort of VR update is shown, be it with the hardware, the move controllers, or the camera. So some sort of update or the iteration to one of those. things.
I steered away from this because I wanted one of my predictions to be that the move controllers got an update or they released new move controllers, but I didn't think this was the place that they'd show it off.
I think it is. Because E3 is not only do you have the hardcore like gamer type people in press like IGN,
Yeah.
etc., and us watching it. It's also the most major, like your CNET, your general consumer electronic type places press are going there.
Yeah.
So if you're going to show off something for VR, update to your Move controller or something along those lines, I think you do it at E3, not PSX.
Yeah,
or
so
something along
they
that.
announced and you go, yeah, and now you can go check it out on the show floor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's more people there. PSX is more hardcore, like PlayStation crowd, obviously. So this gets more general articles written about it if they're going to release Move controller updates, which is not only a prediction I just want to come true because I want fucking better controllers, but also I feel like it's time, and if they want to keep VR going, they need to not be like, oh, we just put it out, like
They're left so far behind in terms of their controllers compared to the other VR units. Like the other VR units controllers kind of shit all over the Move ones.
Yes. So, I something like that. And if it's not one of those things, maybe it's just we're putting out a better camera. It's like it'll be able to track you better. It's just going to cost the same as a new one, but blah blah blah. Here's some new features or something. I feel like they need to every year or every 6 months at least be doing something to iterate on it. Kind of like how they already did the update on the VR headset model. It wasn't like a huge change, not like piss off everyone who already got one. Like it did piss me off that they updated it a little bit, but I feel like they need to be updating some form of the virtual reality hardware every 6 months.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the Move controllers, if it's not the Move controllers, my dream pick, this is what I'm going to pick. My dream pick is that like kind of second tracking thing that you can put in behind you, just so it tracks you a lot better in the room.
Okay.
Like a camera behind you, like a little extra thing. But I hope for the controllers. Ash, number 5.
Ugh. I've got a few to pick from.
Do a wacky one. Do a
Okay,
wacky
okay.
Ashley one. Yeah.
In the middle of the show, they're going to announce the new Team Ico game.
Fucking hell. You pulling these from a fucking cereal box?
Ashley woke up this morning, shook his magic 8-ball, and this is what it came up with.
It said Last Guardian 2.
Oh, God.
No, it's not going to be a sequel.
I have nothing to say. Okay, whatever. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
But it's not happening.
He's
not
probably
happening.
been working on something else while the game's been. They've tried to fix all the errors in it over the years.
I love it.
You're realizing-
I love it how right audio all listeners, because this doesn't come out in video. What's currently happening? Ashley's talking about this Team Ico game while kind of like swinging around a bottle of beer.
I heard about the
Fucking
Ico game. It's
Ico's
going to get announced at E3.
Like either of you two have a leg stand up about drinking.
Tonight we do.
At least I took the cap off.
Oh.
Get wrecked. I laughed so hard. I think that's my video I've watched more than once in the last day.
Kieran.
At least I had my mic unmuted,
God. At least I didn't ask my Twitch audience how the weather was.
It's like
That was quality content.
take a turn roast. Oh god. Team Ico though, yeah.
Yeah.
Champs.
That's a real strong prediction there, bud.
That's a real game. Kieran, good luck. What's your number 5?
Number 5, there will be the traditional Sony like indie showcase that they do, where they showcase a whole bunch of indie games. The most prominent one in that is going to be that graffiti game that was announced last year.
PSX.
No, at
PSX?
Paris Games Week, wasn't it?
Or it was one of those.
One of them,
It
yeah.
was something like that, but I remember seeing a heap of gameplay at PSX.
Yeah.
So, don't know.
So I think it's going to be prominent or highlighted a lot in that indie showcase section.
Fair. That's a lot more reasonable than the Team Ico thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. When it's revealed that Team Ico is doing a graffiti game,
Look. All right. How about Dylan? Would you like to put our money where the mouth is? If Team Ico does come out and announce a brand new IP, I think Ash gets like 5 points.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ash?
Yes, he can have 10
Alright.
points. I don't fucking care. It's not
Yeah.
happening.
Okay. 10 points. If that prediction is right, Ashley gets
You get
10
10 points. That's overruling by us, Jaden. Like, that's just what happens now.
That's just what happens.
But it's not going to happen. So
There's
it's
also
fine.
a drinking rule while we're watching the thing, or you have to drink all the alcohol in the house. If that happens. Just all
I don't know if we
I
can kill
don't know,
people on
yeah.
stream because we might be streaming E3. All right, my fifth one and last one is that Rocksteady comes out and announces their new game at the Sony conference.
Are you going to commit to what game it is? You're
No,
going to
it's just a
succumb
new
to the
game.
rumors?
Succumb to the rumors.
I don't know what the rumors are. What are the rumors?
There was a
Superman.
leak that it was Superman.
Superman. There was a leak for Superman?
There was a leak for Superman. Came out today.
Oh,
Apparently,
Like-
someone who works on its girlfriend. No.
Yeah,
boyfriend.
it's not a good leak. But
Okay,
there's
I didn't
been
see
a
this, and this sounds like
Apparently, it's
bullshit,
going to be
so,
in Game Informer.
like
It's
before,
going to be a cover story, yeah.
like before or after E3.
I don't. They gave like a December date, so I think on the story that I read, so I don't know if that was a typo, but I imagine it is. But
You
be
make me want
before
change, but
E3.
I'll lock it in.
No,
I'm
you
just
gotta lock
gonna say
it
it's-
in. You gotta lock
I'm
it
not saying
in.
it's going to
you
be
didn't
Superman.
say it was
I'm
going to be
just-
announced at E3.
No,
No, Rocksteady
you said it will be there.
shows their new game at the Sony conference. Okay.
Okay.
That's somewhere between Team Ico and Sony will show indies.
No, I specified my indies one. Jesus,
Yeah,
Okay, fair
just
enough.
going as safe as possible.
buddy.
Just bunting.
Just holding on to
Bunting.
my thing, my championship. I need a belt. Can I get a championship belt?
Maybe.
Awesome.
Don't know if it's in the budget.
Oh, well,
Sorry.
Paper belt.
Paper belt, yeah.
cardboard.
All right,
Let's do it.
let's move on to 3 non-Sony predictions. So this can be from any other conference, including Nintendo, who isn't really there, but they do a E3 thing anyway. Starting with you, Ash.
A new Splinter Cell game's going to get announced.
Fuck, that was my first one.
Yeah.
That's
They've
the
run through
obvious
all
one.
their Tom
Good job.
Clancy properties, and they've gotten going back
Yeah.
around to Splinter Cell.
Putting myself
Well-
last kind of fucks me on the easy one.
Yeah.
though.
It also helps your case that Sam Fisher's just been in Wildlands. a whole
Ghost
bunch.
Recon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the number one reason. Yeah,
Yeah,
That
That'll-
too. Yeah.
yeah.
Seems very obvious that's. I'd presume it ends their conference. I guess Ubisoft's, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or opens it with gameplay, or ends with just a trailer.
Or it like
Either
cuts to black, and there's just like the 3 green. Like,
You hear the
Oh,
voice.
that'd be
bubbles
cool.
and the voice. That'd
Yeah,
be pretty
yeah.
cool. I'd have chills.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
mean-
they're doing that thing where they're all on stage, all
Dancing to Just Dance,
Just
and then they
Dance.
cut to black.
yeah.
God, please
And then
don't do
3
a
dots.
Just Dance segment again.
They're
They're
gonna
gonna
do
do
a Just
yeah.
Dance segment.
I mean, I don't want to take too easy
Jason
points, but
Derulo. All right, yeah, I think that's a lock one, Ash. I think that's a free point. Kieran, what's your first one?
Going to Ubisoft again. Ubisoft at their conference or showcase or whatever the F you call it, are going to announce another collaboration with Nintendo. So something a lot like Rabbids. So
Raving Rabbids.
If they do another Rabbids, or if they do another game featuring
Nah.
Mario in their IPs, then yeah, I think that'll be announced at that thing, because I think they saw the success of Rabbids at of last year, and how well the Switch is going. I don't see why Ubisoft wouldn't carry on and continue that growth.
What would be the crossover then?
I don't know. It's going to be something.
Rayman.
I feel
Nintendo
like-
and Ubisoft, you're gonna.
I feel like it's too soon. Like I don't feel like it's been
Trials
I feel like
Trials Mario Kart.
Oh fuck
Oh
off!
God.
Please no. That Far Cry thing went so well. Trials of the Blood Dragon. Okay, cool. I don't know. It doesn't sound unreasonable. I just feel like it's
Yeah, honestly, I
Too
think they'll continue at the hype. Nobody knew that they had anything like that prepared last year, so
That's true. All right, my first one is going to be Skyward Sword port for the Switch is announced
Ooh.
at Nintendo's
Ooh.
thing. Because ports are going well for the Switch at the moment. And a lot of people didn't play Wii U games because the Wii U is a piece of shit. And I know a lot of people consider Skyward Sword to be a really good Zelda game. I never played it because
It was on the Wii U.
Wii U, and I didn't want to play it. So porting it to Switch is obviously a way to get everyone who already bought it on the Wii U will fucking buy it again. So you automatically sell X amount of units because that's exactly what will happen. And then you get everyone like me who didn't want to buy it on Wii U will buy it now to finally play it on my Switch. Seems like an easy lock-in.
Seems like a
Port.
great idea. I like it.
Seems like feels like an easy one. Ash, what's your number 2?
A new Star Wars game is shown.
A new game.
Yep. So probably the one Respawn's been working on.
Ah, the Battle Royale.
That's not a new one. That's like
Yeah. Well, we
one
haven't
we
seen it
knew
yet.
about.
We know
No.
it's being worked
We
on.
knew about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's supposed to be a Jedi game or a lightsaber one.
Yeah.
The only information that I think we have, like officially, without looking into rumors, was when they did a couple of years ago the behind the scenes video thing,
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff, where they showed stuff, and I think they showed people for that game like in mocap suits
With like
doing
kendo
lightsaber
sticks
stuff.
and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, kendo sticks and stuff. So I suppose that's the only bit of information you can go off for
Yep.
that game, I guess. I could believe it. They can't in the last year. EA has gone shit for Star Wars press.
Yeah.
So they kind of need to come
some
out,
positive.
show off a great looking Star Wars game to have people go, okay, like I still fucking hate that you cancelled the Visceral one, but this looks kind of cool. I guess. You're not fucking though. The second they come out and announce it, and they're like, here's this great single player looking game. Then they're like, now we're going to show you this multiplayer mode that's been done by a different developer. And it's been using the dice. You know, it's going to have microtransactions. That's
Well,
and then everyone just.
I don't think they'd say that it's been done by a different developer because Respawn's generally really good. Or does
Oh,
somebody
I
else-
just mean because Respawn finished it, and then they're like, they didn't want to make the multiplayer mode, and then EA just like
okay,
because they're in charge, just go.
DICE
yeah,
came
slaps
in
it
and
on.
just put their Battlefront stuff at the end.
Yeah. So. I mean, I'd guess they'd show something Star Wars related.
Yeah.
I guess the easy pick would be that they show off a trailer for the new Battlefront DLC, and then after that they could jump into a trailer for that game or one of the other ones, I suppose, that they've still got. Who was doing the other one? Can't actually
EA
fucking remember.
Vancouver got all the stuff from
Okay.
Respawn, Visceral.
Visceral. Okay. Yeah. So I suppose they show off Battlefront DLC or announce whatever the next wave of expansions and plans after that, and then show that. That'd make sense. I can buy that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a pretty good one. I'd be down to see that. Get excited about a
Yeah.
Star Wars game.
But then
That'd be good.
just pray for the next 2 years that it doesn't get
Yeah.
cancelled.
Yeah.
Make
Well, that's
sure-
gonna be the worst thing.
and make sure the word microtransactions stays away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they don't have like 2019 at the end of the trailer, it's just gonna be like everyone going, okay, cool. I'm excited for that to get cancelled.
Yeah.
So cool. What is your number 2, Karen?
My number 2, time for me to die on the hill that is my Xbox love. Xbox will have at least 3 new exclusive IPs, as well as 3 new installments for existing exclusive IPs.
So is this debuting on Xbox or is this
Like 3
console first?
brand new games that we haven't seen that are exclusive. I'm going to let the vagueness be of timed exclusive, or I'm not locking myself in for that shit.
if they say exclusive in the
If there's some exclusivity is in the name, world exclusive, time, I don't care. The 3, so that's like at least 3, and then 3 new installments of existing IPs. Like I hope there's a Halo,
So 6 new games is what you're saying.
6 new games. What else are they going to talk about? What else does Xbox have to talk about?
They're just going to be
You're
there
mad.
to promote third-party games.
You are mad.
Damn it!
3 new IPs with an exclusive Windows, and then
Yes.
3.
Yes,
Sequels.
because they're just going to come out, and it's not stuff
I guess-
that's like, oh, this is all coming out this year. It's just we're announcing shit because we're Xbox and we've not announced shit for what feels like for fucking ever.
Look,
I'm going mad. I'm overestimating. Fuck it.
They'll have. This is one of my predictions, but the only sequel to any IP, the max of 2 is all I can see. You'll get a Forza,
Yeah.
and then you're probably going to get a Gears.
Yep.
Or a
Oh, no,
Halo.
I think we
One or
get
the
a
other.
Halo.
One or the other. You're not getting both.
I think Halo's coming. There's going to be a new Halo.
You're not getting both.
Does it have to be?
Well, it's the end of their trilogy. They didn't finish their
Oh,
sequel
okay.
trilogy.
Yeah, they
whatever.
didn't. They're still Halo 5 finished on a cliffhanger, so they kind of have to
Yeah.
do something.
So there is a game coming. But whether or not Microsoft's just like, fuck this
Do we wait till whatever?
fuck this generation. Let's keep that in our back pocket until the next generation, which at this stage might not be a bad play, I guess, if you're looking at it from the that
But the
perspective.
thing
Like
is,
they've
Xbox,
lost.
according to their press or how Xbox talk about it, Xbox isn't talking about it in generations anymore.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
we are talking about in
You
generation
are.
still, and so is everyone else. So
No, yeah, but Xbox might not, and so they might be like, we're going to announce things, even if it's going to come out on another console later, because it's still going to be in the same family, and those that own the current consoles should be able to play it.
okay.
Boom.
3 sequels.
Boom.
What would the third one even be? So you got Gear. Oh, so you want Gears, Halo, Forza.
That's a lot. That's a lot of big ones. I'm
Yeah,
thinking
because you said
like,
3. So
I said three. So I'm thinking something like, like either like a Recore or like Quantum. What was that other one? That Quantum Break. But I think they came out.
Quantum
and
Break.
Said, I think they came out and said they're not going to do an exclusive again. Look,
Which your prediction is for
What other
exclusive? Let me
exclusives
clarify.
Xbox.
What do they have?
Crackdown 4.
We got Crackdown. Good old Crackdown.
That's already been announced, so that doesn't count.
I don't. Borderlands 3
yeah.
is exclusive. No, Jaden would kill me.
Jaden will murder you. Okay.
I've aimed high,
I'm
guys.
gonna do my second
A
one.
new Banjo Kazooie game. There you go.
Fuck no. Please no.
Sea of Thieves 2.
God.
No, it fucking just came out to horrible. All right, I'll use my Microsoft one now. Cyberpunk 2077 gameplay shown at Microsoft conference.
Oh,
Yeah.
you think?
They've
Because
got room.
Microsoft, I think they've got room, and Microsoft the Ash's face. I think they just chuck money. They chuck money at it, not to get exclusives, but like ad exclusivity. Like so it's not exclusive on Microsoft.
No, but like
It's not
like the Destiny thing, like you get exclusive content.
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
play
yeah.
it At Xbox, yeah, okay.
Oh no, not exclusive content, because I don't see CG Projekt Red being willing to do that. Like I don't see that company being open to, hey, X company gave them $500,000 to their exclusive DLC. That's not how they're going to roll after The Witcher. Can you imagine the same company that did The Witcher 3 doing that? No, ain't going to happen. I can see them taking money that's free money just to go, like Microsoft's like, here's X amount of thousands of dollars. You show your game at our conference and we get to put our logo at the end of the ads. That's it. And that is why it'll be shown there, because Microsoft needs to chuck money at something to have at their conference. That's big. I don't think it affects sales if it's shown there at all. People will still buy it wherever the fuck they was going to buy it to either way, but some people might think it's an Xbox exclusive. They do that for other trailers, where you see the PlayStation logo at the end or the Xbox logo, but you're like, there's a third party game. Like, why is that logo there? It's just like marketing deals. So, Cyberpunk 2077, gameplay trailer, Microsoft conference. If you're right and it's shown at the PlayStation one, I'll just consider it a win even without a point for me. Ash, what is your third and final prediction for E3 2018?
I'm going to go with the Avengers project revealed.
Fuck, I had that one down.
Yes.
But
I
you've already
remembered
said
it.
it.
And I,
So.
was, I remembered it and was like, oh yeah, that's right. Shit. Oh well.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
again, maybe Microsoft, because they've got room, and they're already showing the new Rocksteady game at PS4. So.
Part of me now wants to have a T-shirt that says like Microsoft, and then in quotes underneath it, they've got room.
They've got room.
I hate you so much. Actually.
They've got room. Yeah, I thought the time's right for the Avengers game. That's why I had it down. You know, obviously, this year Infinity War
Yep. Avengers is peak. Avengers
peak. Yeah. So you get to announce it now with Avengers being a peak word everywhere, and then you can release it sometime before Infinity War Part 2 comes out, I guess.
Or after.
Like maybe or after. But I suppose if they announced it, they could put it out early next year. Would be a cool time, I guess.
I don't know. It depends.
Like a month before the movie. Or like
depends on what it is and what.
yeah, I suppose.
long
Well,
they've been
no,
working on it.
we know what it is kind of. Like they've talked about it being off the top of my head, I think it was talked about being a third person
Action.
Destiny type shared world RPG action game.
Yeah.
So I presume because it's called like the Avengers Project or whatever. Like I don't know if that's the official title or the
Yeah.
just the working title, but judging off that and what we kind of know about it, I assume it's just kind of like DC Universe Online. So you're like working for some sort of Avenger or something like that. You know, like
Yeah.
you're part of an initiative of humans or something along that line, and you're in the shared universe where you can team up with people, get missions from fucking Iron Man, go do this, blah 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 blah. That's what I think it's supposed to be, because of course this got into a development after Destiny.
Is that
when
why
the
they
shared
cancelled
world-
Marvel Heroes?
Yeah, maybe. This got into development at the time when everyone got into development of the shared world universe stuff, and we're going to see a bunch of those games probably come out soon with this, Anthem, whatever the fuck else.
Yep.
Yep, that's a thing. AAHSLOBY.
Yep.
Kieran, what is your last E3 prediction for 2018?
I think this is gonna be wrong, but I'm gonna put it as a prediction as at a hope, and hope that the devs are just throwing us off with their media jargon recently. But Bethesda's conference is gonna finish with some sort of trailer for the new Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah. I had it on my list.
They've come out recently and said they're not working on it, but I'm hoping that's just throwing us off the scent. Otherwise,
brain,
what did they, or
that's the
or
thing.
they-
My automatic reaction is, nah, I don't think that's the thing. And then you kind of go, well, what are they showing at their conference?
Yeah, what are they showing at their conference then? Unless they've made a new Doom or something?
Doom sequel is highly likely. That's probably an easy pick because it's been enough time, I suppose. Something else would be
Fallout
Wolfenstein
Shelter DLC.
Yeah, Fallout Shelter DLC, Wolfenstein DLC, DLC for Evil Within. They literally come out and show DLC for every game they announced last year.
Yep.
They announced it, yeah, I don't think they can do that. I don't think that's... Are they
No, I
they
feel
having a press conference this year?
Yeah.
They are.
It's
Yeah,
scary.
they
They
are.
are, definitely.
Yeah, they definitely are.
So yeah, I'd like to know unless they're announcing a whole bunch of new stuff, or because
My pick is on Doom.
everything they announced last year is out now, right? There's nothing.
No,
they
yeah,
announced.
everything's out.
Everything's out. So either
Everything's
they're working on a schedule that they only announce things that are going to be out.
Todd Howard walks out on stage with a plastic sword. He turns it sideways to reveal a hole in the side. You can put your phone in this sword so you can see.
I don't know. Do you think they'd want to wait till it's about to be released, like Fallout? Is that a big
That'd
idea
be
to do
insane.
that?
I
So
think they
doing
kind of got themselves in that hole. And if they're going to come out and say Skyrim is coming out in October,
Well,
everyone's just going to go, I fucking don't even care. Like, everyone's just going to play Red Dead still. Like,
I don't think so.
oh, yes.
I
Red
don't think
Dead wins
everybody will
that.
play Red Dead still. Hell,
I'm
no.
not even a Red Dead fan. I would be playing Skyrim instead. Or Elder Scrolls.
I don't think
whatever.
I think there's more of a. I don't think it's that bad.
Oh.
I don't think they do it. Like maybe in November release. November.
I think they
release.
do because they're open world RPG games. Ish. There's a lot of time.
I disagree.
I'm not against them announcing this. I think it's plausible, but I would put if I was going to pick one to put my money on, I would definitely be saying a Doom sequel.
Look, they can only live off Skyrim remasters for so long.
Yeah, but it's not out on everything yet, so they can just announce it for
Is it on
What's
Switch?
it not out on?
Mobile.
probably Mac and mobile.
Mac and mobile.
My Apple
Nintendo
Watch,
DS.
the Game Boy Color.
Oh, do you reckon they're going to do that? Do you reckon they're going to announce like Fallout 4 on Switch?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh,
thing.
okay.
That seems highly likely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it makes them
Why not?
fucking money, so
it does. It
people just
does.
keep buying shit on Switch because they're like, oh, it's on Switch now. I guess I'll have to buy it because I have to buy it because it's on Switch.
To buy.
Yeah, I know Bethesda's going to be interesting this year. It's worth noting that last year the conference wasn't actually that long. It was like just an hour, I think.
And
of
like
what they
a
showed
good
then.
percentage of it was like, we're good people and normal people here at Bethesda. We've got families.
Yeah, they had a cool
like,
One
funny,
player,
like-
single player games are good.
shit. Yeah, but it was good. It was.
Yeah.
They got to run off that, but they can't run off that track this year because like Sony could kind of just walk around the corner and go,
God of War.
"Yeah, us too, dickheads." We let them make that game for 5 fucking years. Like we love single player games too. All right, Dylan, what is your last prediction for E3 2018? My last prediction is coming at the EA conference, where we're going to see a little game that we haven't seen for a while. Dead Space is back, baby. Now, I'm not sure if it's a sequel or
It-
a rem.
I was going
or
to
a-
say, I'd like you to
To clarify, my prediction is Dead Space is back as
somehow.
either a numbered
Somehow.
sequel or an unnumbered Dead Space that's just, kind of like how God of War's God of War
Yeah.
5 or 6 or whatever it is, but they're like, it's not connected. Well, it is connected, but you don't need to play the other ones, and we kind of want people to be able to get into this one without having worried about playing the other Dead Spaces. So they come out, Dead Space. It's a game. Here it is. It's back more to the horror roots of the first two. It's not like the third one, no co-op shit. Here it is. I think that could close out that show. That's a franchise that still has a lot of love, especially from me.
Anthem closes out that show.
I think they can show Anthem Anthem, fucking Kingdom Hearts.
Anthem
Jesus
Kingdom
Christ.
Hearts.
I think they can show Anthem in the middle of the show or something like that and actually have kind of a gameplay explanation of what you're going to do. More of like, this is kind of blah, 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 explain stuff. And then they can close out with one more thing. They walk off stage, lights go down, Dead Space trailer. And thank you for joining us for our conference, people. And then we sit at our computer screens discussing it. Like, they don't come out to talk about, the last trailer. You'd see that more than for Anthem. Because, of course, the difference with the last trailer thing is if you close your show of Last of Us, you can do it. It's big, shocking. You don't need someone to come out and talk about it. Dead Space, big, shocking. Don't need someone to come out and talk about it. Anthem, you kind of want at this stage for someone to go, explain to me Anthem a bit more. Like,
Yeah.
what is it?
Okay.
How much
Fair
like Destiny is it? Like, tell me about this game.
Okay.
So that's a pick I would want to happen because I love that franchise very much. The first 2 games, I never finished the third one, so that speaks to itself. But yeah, I just want it to be back, and I still think it can come back. They didn't ruin it off one game, it wasn't one game done. Does anyone have any leftover random ones they want to chuck out that don't actually count, but just to say them?
Nah, I think I'm good with mine. You guys have nitpicked the rest of my lists.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime trailer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Well, like a sequel or like a port, like I'm saying Skyward Sword.
No, the one they announced last year.
The one they announced.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Because remember they
Yep,
announced
yep, yep.
4?
I forgot.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
I actually legit forgot until it was like, oh shit, yeah, there was a logo or whatever.
Let's see, what other random
Alright.
ones do I have? Diablo 4.
Nah.
Nope, that'll be
Nope.
announced at BlizzCon.
Nope.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
this is
if they
going to rule out
announced
the other
that
one. Overwatch
BlizzCon.
single player stories.
Nope,
Nah.
BlizzCon.
BlizzCon. They're only just Blizzard. I reported back on earlier day nights the other day. Blizzard have only just started looking for a new senior producer for their latest FPS. Like they're starting a new first-person shooter project. So I don't think they're going to do anything single player for Overwatch now because of that. And we only just had some PvE stuff.
Well, lucky those weren't proper predictions.
Yep. That's.
Yep.
You got any more? Was that it?
3 new PSVR games. Shenmue 3 trailer. And new Housemarque game.
The Housemarque game would have been a decent one.
Yeah, I
feel
think
like.
that would have been the right one.
Yeah.
But
I like that
Team
we
Ico.
baited Ashley into making some crazy ones.
Yeah, where's the
Like some of those, I'm like, oh, that's a really solid prediction.
I only
Where's
had
the
one
fun in-
left over.
Where's the fun in playing it safe, Kieran?
Winning.
I had one left over. I wrote down 8 and 5, and I still only had one left over. So, damn, I nearly needed the right one. I was getting worried, especially when I only had that one last third party one left. I was like, they're not going to say Dead Space, surely. I had Ready at Dawn for PlayStation, like they announce or show what their game is finally,
Okay.
which I left at the very bottom in case you all stole everything because I don't feel like
Order
it's a lot, but
1884.
I'd love
well,
that.
the prequel. I'll be super hyped if they come up with the Order sequel, actually. Be very hyped.
I
Prequel.
legit would be. Yeah, the prequel sequel.
The prequel sequel?
Yeah.
I love how in our Christmas or end of year show, one of the questions I had for Kieran was, "What is the Order's actual year or whatever it was?"
Yeah.
1886, baby.
No, you got it right. Very
Got
good.
it,
You hadn't even
got it.
played it by then. You didn't play it
Yeah.
until the start of the year.
I know.
Crazy.
I know. Shit.
Where can the people tweet at you to tell you how crazy that is?
People can tell me just how crazy that is at your boy Ringo on Twitter.
Or on the chat at twitch.tv/Explosion Network.
twitch.tv/Explosion Network. Thanks, social media manager Ashley Hobley.
No problem.
Where can the
That's okay.
people follow you? Social media
You can follow
manager
me
Ashley Hobley.
at Ashley Hobley, ASHLEYHOBLEY. It's a thing.
And you can follow me on Twitter at VivaLadil, VIVALADIL. You can follow this show, Platinum Explosion, on Twitter at Plat Podcast. Don't forget to go over to iTunes and rate the show. 5 stars, please. Nonetheless, I haunt you in your dreams. If you can't do that, make sure to tell a friend or just steal their phone and just download it onto them. That's fine.
I did
It's
it to
not-
somebody the other day.
Really?
True story. Had a friend.
Really?
She had a friend. She's like, oh, we were talking about, she's like, oh, I always trouble falling asleep. I'm like, why don't you read a book? And she's like, no, I'm getting into podcasts. She's like, oh, but I don't really know how on my phone. I literally grabbed her phone, went through and like downloaded all of our podcasts. I'm like, there you
Like
go.
all of them?
All of them. I'm like,
Yes.
here you go. Here you go. And then
And
she
set
messaged
up
me the other
auto
day, she's like-
download.
she messaged me the other day. She's like, oh, I really love Tales. And I'm like, yeah.
Winning.
1 out of 7 ain't bad.
You can listen to Tales of Thousand on ExplosionNetwork.com, of which this is a product of. You can follow the Explosion Network on Twitter at ExplosionPod. Fuck it, you can follow Tales of Thousand at Tales of Thousand since it's mentioned now on Twitter. There you go. Head on over to ExplosionNetwork.com. Check out all the articles, videos, and other cool things that are over there. And of course, as we already mentioned, head on over to twitch.tv/Explosion Network where you can watch early late nights and see gaming shenanigans and stuff. And Reacts, where we checked out our first video game trailer the other day, so we can pimp that on the video game show now
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
There you go. It'll be on YouTube.
Red Dead
YouTube.com/Explosion
Redemption
Network.
2.
Fucking hell. Until next week, I hope all your E3 predictions are amazing and come true. Like
Like
the
Team
Vita
Ico.
No, it's not happening.
Why
Not
can't
happening.
it?
It's so...
Hello, it's Kieran here from the Explosion Network, and this be your ad read from May 2018. If you're a fan of top 10 lists, then boy oh boy do we have a show for you that does just as well as BuzzFeed, WatchMojo, IGN, or anywhere bloody else to be perfectly honest, but in about half the time. Top 5 with Nick is currently airing in its first season, and the season's theme is video games. We love video games here at the Explosion Network. Join Nick and 2 guests every fortnight as they break down topics like launch games, gaming peripherals, and first-person shooters. Explosion Network's bulletin board. Older on Explosion is back this month. Join Dylan and guests for 3 episodes from May 11th in lead up to Solo. Oh, it's coming! It's so close! If you're watching Westworld Season 2 at the moment, make sure you follow us over at twitch.tv/Explosion Network for Bevan World. Our weekly recap and discussion about Westworld. Find it all on our Twitch channel, and once again, twitch.tv/Explosion Network, or over at our YouTube, youtube.com/Explosion Network. Have a fantastic May.
Fucking goofy.